am addressing the 9th standard students. I hope you have finished the reading of the topic, the race. Isn't it an interesting topic? Yes, a different one. A topic for those who fails. But you have seen the meeting between Ram Narayan and Tarun. And during that time, they talked something. We can just go back to that portion. But Ram Narayan seemed pretty serious. I will train you if you want, but I put forward a condition. What's your condition? Tarun's voice showed curiosity and anxiety. There is a race on Children's Day at the Nehru Stadium. Children of your age are competing there. If you participate and win that race, I promise I will start training you, said Ram Narayan. Yes, we have seen that portion. Have you noticed a condition there? Ram Narayan puts forward a condition. What was it? If you participate and win that race, I promise I will start training you. There itself, Ram Narayan says it's a condition. Have you thought about it? Yes, I am just planning to talk about that condition. Such conditions are of 3 types in English. That means, there you have seen, if you participate and win that race, I will start training you. That means Ram Narayan is very sure, it is a likely condition, he is very sure that if he participates in the race, he will surely win. He is very much sure about it. Yes, leave that topic and for more clarification, come to another example. Suppose I am taking a student of 10th standard. Then the time is June. The classes have started. The teachers, the parents, when a 10th standard starts, everyone will advise you. If you study well, you will get good marks. Such advices you will get. The same sentence, the same advice I am taking to explain this condition. The teacher says, or your mother or the mother says, if you study well, you will get high marks. Yes, you have seen 2 parts in this sentence. One part is if you study well. The next part is you will win high marks or you will get high marks. So these are the 2 parts of a conditional sentence. For which word is used to express that condition? Yes, if. The term if is used there. So that term if is used to express a condition. So when we come to this situation, I have told you the time is June. The mother, the teacher, everyone is very much sure about the student. He is good at studies. So if you study well, you will get good marks, high marks. No doubt about it. So it is a possible likely condition. Enough time is there. The examination is taking place in March. So enough time is to prepare. So it is a possible condition. Yes. Next thing is, how can we construct this kind of a conditional sentence? Yes, you can see, first we write if, then comes the subject. Then we must be very careful about the use of the verbs when we use these conditional sentences. That if we want to write a more sure condition, a likely condition, we should use a simple present tense. You can use S or ES form or the root form there. So if plus subject plus simple present form. That's the if clause part. Then comes to the main part, main clause part. The main clause subject plus will. there are 4 options to choose the auxiliaries: will, shall, can, may, plus the 4. Among the 4 you can choose anything, any one, plus V1 form of the verb. That is the main clause. Subject plus will plus V1, or shall plus V1, or can plus V1, or may plus V1. May be the main clause. Then this is a sure condition. If you study, you will get high marks. So this is the first conditional or type 1 if clause. So one more thing is that you can notice is that you are free to write the main clause at first. You can arrange the sentence. You are free to write the main clause at first and the if clause as the second part. You will get high marks if you study well. That sentence is also right. Type 1 if clause ആണ് നമ്മൾ ഇപ്പോൾ സംസാരിച്ചത്. Type 1 if clauseൽ ഷുവർ കണ്ടീഷൻ ആണ്, 100% ഷുവർ കണ്ടീഷൻ ആണ് ടൈപ്പ് 1 if clauseൽ നമ്മൾ പറയുന്നത്. ഇഫ് യു സ്റ്റഡി വെൽ യു വിൽ ഗെറ്റ് ഹൈ മാർക്സ്. നിങ്ങൾ നന്നായി പഠിക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഉയർന്ന മാർക്ക് ലഭിക്കും. അത് ഉറപ്പായിട്ടുള്ളൊരു സന്ദർഭത്തിലാണ്. അതായത് കൊണ്ട് തന്നെയാണ് ടൈം റെഫറൻസ് പറഞ്ഞത് ജൂണിലാണ് നമ്മളത് പറഞ്ഞിരിക്കുന്നത്. So let's go to the next use. So the time goes on. The July, the month goes on, and our child, he becomes very careless. He thinks that enough time is there. The examination is taking place only in March. Enough time is there. So I will study later. I will study later. In such a way, he spends the time, and the time goes on. He studies less, and his performance, his marks become poor. And the time is now January. You know, the second term exam is also over. The time is now January. You know, on the next month, February, the SSLC model exam is taking place. Only 1 month is remaining for our child. What to do? Almost sure he cannot complete his portions. So what happens? The teacher says, if you studied well, you would get high marks. Look, the change in verbs. The if clause verb changed to V2 form. That is, it is simple past form. As we told in the first type if clause, 4 types auxiliary verbs are there to choose: would, should, could, might in the main clause. So the main clause, you can write it as subject plus would, should, could, might plus. Be careful about the main verb. We use the V1 form there. Usually the children make a mistake there, that when the type if clause changes to type verb past form, V2 form, they change the main clause to V2 form. So a usual mistake is there. Be careful of that. So the sentence is, if you studied well, you would get high marks. Simply says. So it is what condition? Can you guess? Only 1 month is remaining for the exam. You know, he cannot prepare well for the exam. So the mother says, if you studied well, you would get high marks. But the mother becomes hopeless now. There is no time for better preparation. The teacher also knows he was a bright student, but he was very careless and there is only less time. How can he prepare for the SSLC exam using this limited time, only 1 month? So it is a imaginary condition. It's an imaginary condition. No possibility to happen. So only an imagination. If he studied well, you would get high marks. So it is an unlikely present or future situation that you have to notice, that it is an unlikely present or future situation. We have used V2 form there, but never think that it is a past action. V2 form is used to express an unlikely situation there. That means, നീ നന്നായി പഠിച്ചിരുന്നെങ്കിൽ നിനക്ക് നല്ല മാർക്ക് വാങ്ങാൻ പറ്റുമായിരുന്നു. പക്ഷെ നീ പഠിച്ചിട്ടില്ല, ഇനിയിപ്പോൾ അതിന് സാധ്യത കുറവാണ്, നിനക്ക് നന്നായി പരീക്ഷ എഴുതാനുള്ള സാധ്യതയില്ല, നല്ല മാർക്ക് ലഭിക്കാനുള്ള സാധ്യതയില്ല എന്നുള്ള കമ്മിങ് സിറ്റുവേഷനാണ്. ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് referred in the type 2 if clause. It is the type 2 conditional clause. And look here, we can write the if clause or the main clause as the first part. Writing if clause as the first part is not a compulsory thing. We have seen the type 2 if clause. The time there was January, and now the exam is over. He has written his exams and the result was announced. The time is April. Almost everybody knows what happens. Yes, the teacher says, the mother says, if you had studied well, you would have got high marks. What the mother said? Yes, if you had studied well, you would have got high marks. Can you guess what it is? Yes, it is very clear. The exams are over. The result announced. Then what happened? Everyone was sure that he was a bright student, but he became careless and he hadn't studied well. So they say. What about the verbs changed? Yes, the verb in if clause is had plus V3. That is, it is in past perfect tense. And what about the main clause? If you had studied well, you would have got high marks. As in the earlier cases, here too you have 4 options for the auxiliary verb. You can use you would have, you could have, you should have, or you might have. So such an option is there. Slight meaning differences is there, but it will be a right sentence. And what does it mean? നീ നന്നായി പഠിച്ചിരുന്നുവെങ്കിൽ നിനക്ക് നല്ല മാർക്ക് ലഭിക്കുമായിരുന്നു. നീ നന്നായി പഠിച്ചില്ല, നിനക്ക് നല്ല മാർക്ക് ലഭിച്ചിട്ടുമില്ല. So this is the last one, the type 3 if clause. That's an imaginary past condition. It's an imaginary past condition. That means the event, the action in the if clause did not happen. Usually the action in the main clause also did not happen. It was only an imaginary condition. And here too we are free to change the placement of if clause and the main clause. It's an unlikely, improbable past condition. The time reference is past there because the exams are over, the result is announced. So it's a past condition. So that's all about the 3 conditional clauses. So you have now seen the 3 conditional clauses. So you look at the table. The type 1, if you study well, you will get high marks. That's very sure. If you studied well, you would get high marks. That was not sure. That was improbable condition. If you had studied well, you would have got high marks. That was an imaginary, unlikely past condition. So these are the situations that the student passed by. So I think you have got a clarification about the 3 types of if clause, the conditional clause that we say. And before concluding, I have to say one more thing, that there is another type of if clause that is known as zero type if clause, that we usually use to state the science facts. If you boil water, it evaporates. If you heat iron, it expands. If means whenever. It is not a condition. It is not a condition. It is there if means whenever. But it is also known as if clause, zero type if clause. നിങ്ങൾ ജലം ചൂടാക്കുമ്പോൾ അത് നീരാവിയാകുന്നു. നിങ്ങൾ ഇരുമ്പിനെ ചൂടാക്കുമ്പോൾ അത് വികസിക്കുന്നു. While writing this sentence is, the main clause will be simple present always. When you write a zero type if clause, the main clause will be simple present always. That you must keep in mind. Now, you have completed the topic, the conditional clause. Okay, let's check what we have learned. Look at this table and try to frame meaningful conditional sentences. Hope you have got an idea about the conditional sentence and how to construct it. If you go on with the study of if clause, you can see the use of negative if clause and the question framing with the if clause. Such things you can find out in this topic if you go on with the further studies. Okay, all the best to learn more about this topic, and thank you for watching the video and have a nice day.